Brilliance Audio presents Let's Move On by Vicente Fox with Zulay Hernandez El Hussein. Performed by Tom Rivera. As of this moment, it is unclear what really happened with the 2016 United States presidential election. There were two candidates. One was former Senator and Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, a woman who had dedicated more than 40 years of her life to the application of law and public service. She was, by every single measure, the most qualified candidate for the office of the presidency who has ever existed, man or woman, of any political party. The other candidate was Donald Trump, a notoriously flashy New York businessman, heir to his father's wealth, with a reputation for ethically and morally ambiguous dealings. Trump had absolutely no government experience of any kind. He'd had multiple marriages, filed 6 bankruptcies, and been involved in over 3,500 legal actions both in state and federal courts. The choice for the American people was clear. At least it was clear to me and to everyone else around the globe who waited for the new leader of the free world. It had been a long year and a half of one of the most divisive modern U.S. presidential campaigns many of us had ever witnessed. The reason for its ugliness was Donald Trump. The man seemed to take the air out of every room he walked into. His campaign was a freak show, complete with insults hurled at political opponents, calls for violence against protesters, a preoccupation with his hand size and crowd size. Donald, you have tiny hands. Sorry. Remember, it's not the size that counts. And a maniacal focus on what he called the dishonest mainstream media. Journalists were placed in press pens at the back of his rallies and subjected to taunts and threats from Trump supporters frenzied by his screams about fake news. Trump joked about killing reporters, said Clinton was corrupted by her years in Washington, suggested she be taken care of by the Second Amendment people, and offered to pay the legal fees of supporters who punched protesters. His speeches had no substance. They were delivered in incomplete sentences devoid of any real plans, just promises that complex problems would be fixed easily and quickly, punctuated by chants of USA and lock her up. His supporters applauded his brash, unrefined delivery. Pundits began calling him a blue-collar billionaire. His ignorance was praised as evidence that he truly was a Washington outsider who would drain the D.C. swamp of corruption. His supporters claimed that even without any history of public service, and despite having inherited millions of dollars and being mired in seemingly countless financial scams, he was truly a man of the people.